we're going to address my identity crisis. And my identity crisis has been sparked by people making comments like this. Yes, apparently a lot of people do not think that I should still be called the Lagos Stories. And I get it, like I'm no longer in Lagos, but today I'm going to explain the reason why I choose the Lagos Stories as my name and why I would most likely be holding on to it until the day I decide not to. Okay, let's get into it. The name The Lagos Stories was ideated in my family group chat. It was me and all my siblings, and it was sometime in 2021, or was it 2020? I think it was 2021. Yeah, it was 2021. And I was going through a lot of stuff in my life that year. I always say I was going through a lot of stuff. I have never told you people the lot of stuff. Maybe one day I will get over it and be able to tell you people, but that's not the one we are talking about today. So I was going through stuff, and mentally, I needed to go out more. I needed to explore more. I needed to just be outside because I never really explored when I was in uni. I was a bookie. I was always in studio, drawing, studying for exams. I was a proper serious student. So I knew that I needed to just go out more because my mental health was on a very terrible decline. I was like, yeah. So I started out going out more by taking long walks. I used to take the longest walks that year in Bagada. Oh my goodness. See, I'm working in Peace Estate tomorrow. I'm working in one other estate, and it was lovely. I'll just be jamming loud music, and it helped me. Then I was like, yeah, I haven't really explored enough in my adulthood. I want to explore and I want to document the process. Now, for more context, I was working in an ad agency that year, and I was just new to the concept of influencers and content creation. I'm like, yeah, I would like to do this. And if I'm about to start creating content and I really enjoy discovering new places, I would very well document this. So now the problem was, what do I want to call myself? I already knew that at that point I was already calling myself Hamdallah, right? For context. More context, everybody that knew me before 2020 knows me as Oladoyin because I have used Oladoyin through my life. Actually, that's a lie. Everybody that knew me before 2012 knows me as Oladoyin. So I started using Hamdallah when I was in uni. And so at that point, I knew I wanted to be called Hamdallah. I love the name. It's my name. It's pretty. It's my middle name. I was named after my grandmother. Love it. I also started shortening my name to Hamda Koya. But then I wanted something that if you saw my page, my handle, you'd be like, oh, this is what this girl is all about. She's about travel. And I have always liked Lagos. I'm a Lagos girl. Ekoniwa Bimisi. Even though technically my family house is somewhere in Ogun State, Mowe, I've just always been around and about Lagos. My primary school, I schooled in Lagos. For the people that know Lady Bird, that was my primary school. I was always around Lagos, going to ICMO. I did my NYC in Lagos. So Lagos has always felt more like home to me. Also because there was nowhere for me to go Ibowe. I had strict parents growing up. We did not used to go to so many places. I didn't start being allowed to go out until I was in uni. So there's also that Mowe never really felt like home to me. The only home in Mowe was my father's house. So Lagos felt more like home to me. And so I was like, yes, I am broke. I cannot afford to travel to countries like Bali or Cape Verde that all my friends that I were going to. I was just a broke girl earning her 150k salary, having to fend for herself in Lagos. So I'm like, I'm going to start exploring places locally. And so that day, I go to my family group chat, which is more like my first. If I'm dealing with anything, or I need feedback, or I need people to bounce ideas off, my family members, a ton of smart people, and we are friends, so it's great. It works out. So I go to my family group and I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create more content, and these are the names that I have. Now I cannot even remember the rest of the names. All I know is that when I said the Lagos Stories, they were like, yes, this works. And then I remember one of my sisters, the one I'm currently living with, she was like, so what happens when you move to Canada, or if you move to Canada? Because we had been also having jackpot discussions, but I wasn't really keen on it around that time. And I'm like, first of all, the Lagos Stories is supposed to tell you that yes, this girl is a tourist that explores Lagos. She explores local places in Lagos. She discovers places for people that are not looking to spend too much money. You have your small money, you want to go out, follow her page. She'll show you and plug it to things that she wants to do, or plug it to things that you can do, or places that you can visit. Also, now I've just realized that this video is very long and I should have shot it in landscape format, but late by people will manage it like that. And so when she said that, I'm like, well, I am always going to be a girl from Lagos that enjoys storing. Whether I go to Canada tomorrow or I go to anywhere else tomorrow, I'm always going to be the Lagos Stories. Everybody was like, yeah, that makes sense. We came to an agreement and I chose that name. So when I now see people telling me things that I be things like, you should change your name. Woman, do me. Because it's basically like telling me to change my first name or change my middle name or change my last name, which I'm never going to do. If I get married, I have no plans to change my last name. That's who I am. I'm too lazy. I can't go through the whole process of changing my name. Plus, I see no reason why anybody should be changing their name. Like, we're all adults here. Are you going to change your name for me? Probably not. That's just a thing that is hinged on patriarchy. We're not going to be talking about that right now. We're talking about me and my name. And so, yes, it hurts when I get those comments, and it also makes me question myself. I've been having a lot of introspection because I'm like, okay, so yes, this page was created because you were going through stuff and because you wanted to share places for people that didn't have a lot of money but wanted to explore um new locations within Lagos. But um does it still, what's the word now? Does it still address that? Like, is that still the aim of the page? No. The aim of the page has changed. It has transformed over time because now I'm no longer in Lagos. But do I still want to be known as a girl from Lagos that likes to tour? Yes. In retrospect, it could have been the Lagosian tourist or the tourist from Lagos or something, but that's too long and too wordy now. And the Lagos tourist just has a nice ring to it. So yes, I'm just here to do chalet that I have zero plans to change my name. It's going to be the Lagos stories. Maybe down the line, no, I can now like make Hamda Koya my name because I've also been trying to push that more because see I'm obsessed with the name Hamda Koya. It's just a nice ring to it. So if eventually something happens and I decide to change it, it will most definitely just flip to Hamda Koya. But for now, I am the Lagos Stories. I still remain the Lagos Stories. Before I say goodbye and God bless, let me just explain what the new aim of the page is going to be. So you already know that I create a lot of lifestyle content. So me just talking to the camera about stuff that is going on in my life. Sometimes I do banter, I do funny content because I do be funny once in a while. But it's really still going to be hinged on. My nephew just woke up. I can hear a baby cry. His mommy is not around. I need to go get him. Okay. You guys, I'll probably just explain the rest in the captions. Bye guys. Love you. Mwah. I'm going to be an auntie now. Okay, so it turns out my sister is actually around. I thought she had left because they had swimming lessons to do. Where was I? These are the issues. I talk a lot and then I forget where I was once there's a slight interruption in my conversation. I think I was trying to tell you guys like the new, like what to expect from my page right now, right? I think that was it. I believe that was it because I was already towards the end of my explanation. So right now, what you should expect from my page is still tourism. Like I will still be exploring places. Unfortunately, those places would not be within Lagos, but I will still be exploring new places within my city here in Edmonton. If you should pray for me, I'm looking for work, so I cannot do too much falafel. I have some savings that I have been using to explore and just do random things, but as much as I had to go to places like Toronto and Ontario, I also had to factor the part that I am a broke girly who has no job. So yeah, we shall not be doing that. Someone just messaged me on LinkedIn. I will get back to that. So yeah, still expect waka waka type content, still expects content of me trying to be funny. That's a lie. I don't try to be funny. Sometimes I'm funny. Still expect content of me just ranting and talking to the camera. And yeah, any other type of content that comes around in the course of me just trying to be a content creator, you people will enjoy it. All right, thank you. And you people that have been following me, 60K followers. I know I never do one of those. Thanks for 1K, thanks for 2K, thanks for 3K content. But I actually genuinely appreciating people. And sometimes it gets overwhelming. Sometimes I'm sure I'm like, why do 60K people follow me? That's stressful. That's very stressful. But I appreciate you people. I appreciate the love. I appreciate people that subscribe to the other side. I love you guys. Now, for people that don't know what the other side is because they're just hearing about it for the first time, I started a newsletter. And that newsletter, I started it because last year, 2023, my mental health, like from January to December, I was just going through it. And just to veer off, it affected my content. I stopped posting a lot of voiceover content because there was just no vim to shoot. Um, but yeah, I decided I was going to start the other side because you people already know the happy side of me. You people know that I'm a ledger, I'm a happy girl, but you guys don't know the parts of me that struggle. And I'm like, I am more, and we are all a ball of various emotions, right? So why not? I would like to share that part. Plus, I've also understood that it helps me um I deal with my feelings better when I write stuff out. I've always been a writer. I've always had this form of a journal in one way or form, whether it's a book journal or something I'm writing on my laptop or something I'm writing on my phone. I've always written stuff. And so I've decided I'm going to be sharing that part of myself with you guys. So if you've not subscribed to the other side, I'm going to put the link down. Please subscribe. The next post that is going out is titled I Still Talk to My Ex. So if you're curious to hear the memory of that, kindly subscribe. I love you people. Okay, thanks and God bless. The summary of this thing is that I'm still going to be the Lagos stories. If you should still expect travel and waka waka contest from me. And then I had a newsletter. And the last thing is I appreciate all 60K of you following me on Instagram. Love you guys. Bye.